Alright guys, I'm back with another review of Redneck Island. This time episode 3 was a sad episode. There's a lot of TV shows I want to review. I do have plans to do a lot more of them. Falling Skies, I have the episodes of Dallas on my DVR, so I'm probably going to go through and watch those. It's trying to catch up to all these shows. It takes a long time, and that's why I haven't put out any other TV show reviews, but I definitely plan to do some. I still have to finish Falling Sky Season 1, but I am recording all the new episodes, so I will have those reviews up in the future. But for Redneck Island Episode 3, it was a pretty good episode. Had the team, the group, looking to make swamp cabbage, whatever the hell that is, in the beginning. Rob has a basketball, so they build a basketball goal. Rob, that poor guy. It just felt like in this episode he was trying way too hard. He was just trying to be... A friend of mine who I watched this with called him Old Superman. And he was just running all over the place. A box washes on shore like every episode with something to help them in camp. He was the first one to the end of the beach to get the box. He was diving in, collecting all the items. He was exercising every morning, doing karate against invisible people, and it just felt like he was trying way too hard to be accepted. He was not there from the very beginning. Someone got hurt and sent home. Rob was sent in as a replacement. And he was almost voted off on the second episode, the one where he debuted. So, episode 3 rolls around, and I just feel bad for the guy trying to impress the other teams or whatever he was doing. And the box that washed on shore had equipment to catch fish. It had like some flippers, a diving mask, some spears. And I have to give it to them. They were able to make some pretty good fishing equipment with bobbers. They used the iguana's guts as bait. So yeah, I have to give him credit for that. But eventually, Jeannie waves down some boat. This had to be scripted. I'm sure a lot of it is, but this was just blatantly obvious. This boat rides by, and Jeannie goes out there, and she's trying to use her assets to wave in the drivers. So these guys pull on shore. They don't speak English. They're trying to get food. And here's another thing about Rob. He just kept talking about cheese pizza the whole time. It was like a running joke this episode, him and cheese pizza. So they end up giving him this money they have to borrow their boat. So a few of them go out. They go fishing on the boat. They end up catching 2 fish and a seagull. They come back. It doesn't show them catch the seagull or anything like that, but they come back and apparently they ate it. I don't know. We didn't see it. But they did eat a seagull and 2 fish. And now it is challenge time. Steve Austin shows up. It's time for them to do the challenge. In this challenge, they have to take these 2 giant things, these plastic bottles, and they have to go fill them up with beer. Well, first they have to get dizzy. They like wrap them up in a rope, and then they unwrap them, and then they have to take off. Get to the end, fill these 2 giant things up with beer, and then they have to run through an obstacle course, like a picnic. Jump over some food, run through like those foam, I can't remember what they're called, noodles that you go in a swimming pool with. They have to like run through some of those, and they have to try and keep as much beer in the bottles as possible, and then dump into a giant keg, and whoever gets this flag to rise to the top first wins. And the prize for this challenge is a keg of beer. So orange team, blue team, they're all taking off. Blue team has less people. I think they're like 4 to 6 in comparison. And it's like neck and neck the entire time. Or at least they edited the show to make it look that way. Cassandra on the blue team, her knee's still hurt. She ends up spilling a lot of beer. And orange team gets the win. So they win the beer. Of course, they're all really nice. They're going to share the prize. Everybody's going to drink the beer anyway, but... So, blue team's upset. They have to go to eliminations. They got to vote somebody off. So, they go to eliminations. It's Jennifer, Cassandra, Tex, and Rob. And they're kind of scheming before eliminations. Rob is telling Cassandra he's going to vote for Jennifer, hoping Cassandra will vote for Jennifer. Cassandra's afraid she's going home since she spilled the beer and cost them the challenge. It's really hard to know what's going on. It showed a lot of the cast members kind of getting annoyed with Rob, waking up early and talking to himself and just doing crazy stuff, old Superman stuff. But so at eliminations, you didn't have any idea which way this thing was going to go. Rob voted for Jennifer, and then the other 3 voted for Rob. And I just felt so bad for this poor guy, man. And at the end, he was still trying to be like nice and upbeat. He's like, "Go Big Blue." And I was just like, damn. And my friend was so pissed off because he was rooting for old Superman the whole time. And he was like, they just lost it. They just screwed themselves over. So yeah, it was a good episode. It was a fun episode to watch. And next week, apparently, because Blue Team's down to like 3 members, next week, Orange Team is going to have to decide who they want to send to the Blue Team. So that's going to be really interesting. If I was Orange Team, I would send Terry. We'll see what happens, but yeah. So that's my review of Redneck Island this week. Definitely a cool show. If you like Survivor, give it a chance because it is a unique twist on the whole Survivor-themed reality show, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's been great every week. So definitely check it out and leave your thoughts on this week's episode in the comments below. So thanks for watching.